We're here at the Vine Center today checking in with the Lady Flames volleyball team as they get set to embark on their 2014 campaign. And we're joined now by Caroline Douglas from the Lady Flames. Caroline, great to have you back. Great to have you healthy here for the start of the season. How does it feel to be back in the swing of things?
It's great. I just have missed it so much, missing half of last season, and I'm just ready to get out there and play some games.
Now, last year, obviously, you weren't expecting to miss as much time as you did. How tough was that having to watch that first half of the season?
Yeah, that's pretty rough. I found out on the way to our first tournament, so I was, ready to go, and then to find that out was definitely a bummer. But I've been in that position before with my ACL injuries, and I've definitely learned how to grow through that process and really learn how to be an encourager and a leader from the sideline. So it definitely, is not ideal, but I feel like I've definitely grown and learned from it.
You came back and you guys finished the season strong, 10-4. You get to the semifinals of the Big South, and now this year, expectations within the locker room for this team. Where would you gauge those expectations right now for where you guys want to go?
At this point, we look back on last year and we realize we didn't do as well as we were projected to do or as well as we hoped to do. And so we're going to take a lot of positive things from last year, and then we're going to also learn a lot from last year. And I feel like this team now is got a little bit of anger, about last season, and even the incoming freshmen, like they've been watching, they know, how we do, and they've seen us as they've been getting recruited and stuff. So I think we're all just a little bit ticked off, and ready to go out there. And I think we're ranked third in the preseason poll this season, and we want to go out there and show everybody that we should be first.
Anger is a good thing when channeled right. You do have a lot of newcomers, as you said, like 8 or 9 of them now, and a junior, not a junior college, but a transfer from Hawaii as well. Just tell us about how team chemistry is coming along at this point, and you girls just kind of figuring each other out.
Yeah, one of the great things here is Summer Bridge, which is the 2-week program, 2 to 3 week program for freshmen. And so that's really great for them. They've been able to come in and get bonded together, the 6 freshmen. And then we also had camp, which is great because we play every single night. The freshmen come in, and so are the transfers, and all of us are there together, and that's kind of our first chance just to kind of play for fun, get out there and get to know each other. And then we've done really well with connecting with each other over the summer just through text message, and, ever since we've been on campus now, just connecting with each other. And I really feel like we all get along super well, and we're clicking extremely well for this, especially being like the first day of preseason. Everything's going pretty smooth.
You're getting back to work now, but it's certainly important to take a little bit of time for yourself as well. What were some of the things that Caroline did during the summer to get away and kind of recharge the battery?
Well, the biggest thing was I actually went to Greece through the education program here and got credit for a class. So I was there for about 9 days. And that was really fun just to get to see everything. And then I volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club as well for the majority of the summer in their administrative offices. Just so I could kind of get into that, field and really, I feel like, give back to my community in Greenville, North Carolina. And then other than that, I've gone to the beach a couple times and, laid out, had to get a little bit tan. Okay. So got to look good to play good. So.
Hey, you look good, you feel good, you play good.
Exactly.
It's all goes hand in hand. Talk about the schedule a little bit here coming up. You've got UVA coming into the Vine Center. That's a huge deal. ACC coming here. And then also you've got Radford to open the conference slate, the team that won it all last year. How excited are you for this schedule coming up this year?
Yeah, we're definitely excited about UVA. One of our main goals is just to beat a top-ranked ACC school. So for them coming here, we tend to have a good record at our home court, and we like defending that. So I'm really excited to see how we do against them. And then with regards to Radford, I'm pretty sure we all have a countdown on our phone of when that game is. So we're ready for it and we're preparing for it, and we're going to take each game as it comes throughout the season. But that's definitely one that's in our minds.
All right, well, I'm going to go let you check your phone, and we'll catch up with Coach Pinder. But best of luck to you coming up, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, we're checking in now with the head coach of the Liberty Lady Flames, Shane Pinder, and we're getting set to start the season. The ladies are getting back in the groove of things in practice. And, Coach, early on, what do you want to get accomplished here with these young ladies as you're getting them ready to go for the start of the year?
Yeah, really, with the beginning, is just getting out, getting moving, getting touches, getting the skills back in shape, their bodies back in shape. So it's a little bit of groundwork, part of it with 8 new players. starting to feel how they play together. And so there's some stuff through drills, through skill work, through some scrimmages, we'll start to figure out some things and get a direction with what we have.
Caroline mentioned the summer bridge program, and some of these ladies have already been able to kind of connect. That's got to be a good thing to get a little early interaction going on with so many new players.
Yeah, absolutely. They get a couple weeks, and they're taking classes, and they're starting to get acclimated with the campus and where they need to be. And so we found in the first day of class, it kind of just takes off some of that anxiety they may have coming in, and so it's been really beneficial. And in talking to the athletes, they really love it. So yeah.
Nobody ever wants to start the season the way you guys did last year, but this finish could not have been better outside of winning the championship, but still a very strong finish, 10-4. I was reading a little while ago, I don't know if you remember reading about the old 1914 Boston Braves about 100 years ago. They finished the season 70-19, won the World Series. They kind of reminded me of you guys a little bit as I was getting ready for this interview. So they call them the Miracle Braves. I don't know if we're ready for a Miracle Lady Flames year, but 100 years later, maybe it's in the works. I don't know. What do you think about the upcoming season?
First, I love your work as a historian. I'm impressed. Second, I'll take it. Hopefully last year, the start wasn't what we wanted. There's some things that factored into it. But that being said, what I loved about our program was in that environment, you got to see your DNA a little bit and what we're really all about. And there's a lot of teams that could have weathered that or gone through it and not responded. And what you did see out of our program was some kids that weren't used to being in that kind of environment their whole career. But they never packed it in. They never looked for the exit. They faced it each day, and really at the end of the year put themselves in position with a couple swings to be in the championship once again. And Radford made a couple better plays than we did, but again, it was a chance to see the DNA of this program and their character. And unfortunately, you don't see it until times like that. So we get put on the stage again here a year later. To see how much the off-season and thinking about that affected us. I do know they're excited about getting back on the floor, and so we'll work hard the next few weeks and look forward to opening day.
That Braves team went 70-19 to finish the season. I look for ways to interconnect the Braves any way I can and what I do here. But so let's talk a little bit about some of these newcomers as well. Jade Vorster coming in from Hawaii, big addition for you guys. Her sister as well coming in. A lot of freshmen. How do you feel about some of the new faces on this team?
I feel great. Obviously, with Jade transferring in, she has a couple years experience at a high level. So she knows what it takes. She knows what it looks like day in and day out. So even from a locker room standpoint, she has a lot of value there. The first few weeks, a month or so, she's got to acclimate herself to new staff, maybe some new ways of doing things, new teammates, and she's been great about that. She sat back a little bit and is not trying to force anything. And I think in time, what she adds to us will happen. So look forward to that. But a lot of talented kids in that class too. Her sister being one of them, and then the other freshmen that have come in are very talented on paper, right? So once we get going and they get their feet wet a little bit, we'll see how it translates here. But just like any freshman, it takes some time to learn how it looks, how it works, and the speed of the play and stuff. So, but all in all, really excited about the class and what they're going to add to our program.
And you've got a home tournament here as well at the Vaughn Center. Then you've also got UVA coming in. Then you've got Radford coming in as well for the season opener, Big South season opener, I should say. How do you feel about the upcoming schedule this year, and what lies ahead for you guys?
Yeah, I think there's challenges early. Obviously, with volleyball, if you don't know how it works, if we play 30 matches in a year, 14 or 15 of them are in the first 3 weekends. Because we go to these tournaments and play 4 and 5 matches a weekend early. So by the time you get to conference play, you're halfway done with your season. So it's challenging up front. There's a lot of play early, but I think the schedule has what we need in it to prepare us for the conference and even postseason. You mentioned UVA coming here on a Tuesday night, which ACC opponent, and we were able to get them to come down here this year. So we're excited about that match, but we're excited about all our matches. And really all you can do is there's a few on the calendar that maybe they highlight or whatever. For me, it's about San Jose State. That's the first one. And can we get through it, learn from it, get better, and really take that approach each day. It's not about the bigger picture. That can get overwhelming. It's about can we get better today and move to the next one and get a little bit better and keep getting better as the year goes.
Coach, we certainly appreciate the time, and looking forward to covering you guys throughout the course of this season. I'm going to let you go get to work now.
Thank you.
That's the head coach of the Liberty Lady Flames, Shane Pinder, with us, and my name is Nick Pierce for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.